What is up, beautiful people? So this is going to be my very first YouTube video. I would like to do, if I don't get lazy, a full series and focus completely on obviously teaching you guys how to trade, but how to become a trader and how to become a consistent trader. You can go online, you can go everywhere, you can search anything, you can search Forex and trading, all that good stuff everywhere, and you're going to find a million different strategies and ways on how to trade. But I've yet to see anybody teach how to become a trader, and I would like to start my video. And I know, like, it's just me. I very rarely even use my computer. I trade off my phone. So a lot of the things as I progress through these videos, I'm gonna try to get a lot better. But for right now, I just made this little PowerPoint just to keep my mind sharp on, staying on task and all that stuff. But so I hope you guys enjoy it. And I put this in between a little bit, but it's just basically before I started trading. It didn't necessarily change my life because I found a perfect strategy or because I found the secret sauce, what people like to say. It's because it taught me how to be a better person. It taught me more about my discipline. It taught me how my emotions change everything, how I'm feeling before I start trading, how I feel after I've taken trades, whether it's wins, losses, how I felt once I withdraw money and all that good stuff. So through the slides, I'm going to talk a lot about that. Just want to put this in here, just give you guys a little visual and all that good stuff. But number one, I wish I understood risk. And a lot of people, they're going to immediately think risk as, oh, well, it's like, how much you use to risk per your account, per trade and stuff like that. And obviously that goes into it a lot, but there's so much more, like risking your health, risking your sleep, risking your mentality, your attitude, all that good, all those stuff. All of that goes into risk. It's not just money crunching on what's the proper position for your trading, or what's the proper position for your account, stuff like that. There's a lot of things that go into it, whether if you're battling a relationship, man or woman, whatever, your husband, wife, girlfriend, everything on your outside world is going to affect your trading. I promise there's going to be a lot of people that see this video and they're going to be like, oh, this is nonsense, da da da, until they live trade, and then you get to hold them accountable for their emotions that they can't hide on camera. So big thing is, like I said, applying the risk of my outside world into my trading. Second, I wish I knew I wasn't going to become a millionaire overnight. And that's because before I started trading, obviously I was watching YouTube. Instagram was just getting big, so there was like very nowhere near the amount of influence there are now. But there was still like the flashiness of traders, and back then it was like stock trading and stuff like that. And oh, look at my Lamborghini, look at my Ferrari, look at my mansion, all this stuff, and that they created the rental space for, hey, let me create a fake lifestyle and sell you guys on something. And that's a lot of times on my Instagram, which is at Imperial BG. I post and show a lot about, if somebody is selling you on a flashy look, a flashy lifestyle, 9 times out of 10 it's because they have no clue what the hell they're talking about. They don't know what they're teaching you, especially with trading. You're always going to see these guys. And now, let me say this: once you become successful in certain business stuff, that of course you want to spend on yourself and you want to have the nice cars, and a lot of people do that. That's the first thing they do, and then they post about it. Look at me, look at my cars, look at my house, stuff like that. That's amazing. God bless, stuff like that. But you take these people and they're nobodies, and then overnight they're flashing every single text is about a car, a watch, money, this, that, and other. And now they're selling you a course on how to trade, and you buy the course, you fund their lifestyle, and then you still can't trade. That's the type of things I'm talking about. Um, and so I wish I knew that. I wish, obviously, a lot of people think, oh, well, that's common sense. You would think you know better than that. You're not going to become a millionaire overnight. No, because with trading, you can get lucky. It's like gambling. It's like going to casinos. There's a lot of times where people will hit big. They'll hit the lottery, this, that, and other, and you'll have very few stories like that. But you can gamble in trading just like anything else and hit it big. But the consistency beats the excitement every single time. That's where, and I'm not in a competition with nobody but myself. But the influencer space, that's where I beat a lot of people, is consistently for the last 8 years. I have shown my transparency, my consistency with my trading. And number 3, I wish I understood my own psychology. And I've talked about this a little bit before, but the fear, greed, revenge trading, the fear of missing out, these are emotions that I didn't know existed. Obviously, the fear of, am I going to be able to make it? Am I going to be able to provide for my family through this? Because I went all in with my trading, and you know, later on in my videos, I'll give a all about me video, but I went all in. I had the mentality that I was going to be a millionaire overnight. I was cashing out my 401k. I was ready to hit it big. And then the greed kicked in, and I overtraded, lost a lot of money, and started experiencing these emotions that I just explained. Like, there's no other feeling like letting yourself down. You know, you can be upset with other people, you can be going through relationship problems and this, that, and other, or let your friends down. And those things do feel bad. But when you let yourself down and you've already put a plan in play inside, you know, your mentality, it hurts. It hurts. There's no other like bottom of the barrel feeling when you let yourself down, and you break your own personal rules that not too many people know about, that you haven't, you know, expressed to. Greed played a huge factor with that. Revenge trading. Revenge trading is like, I take a few trades and I'm doing well, and then I have some losses. And I'm like, oh, I got to make that money back. I'm gonna make that money back, and you don't realize what you're doing because you're laser focused on, hey, I know it went against me, so let me go back against it, and I'll up my positions, or I'll do this, that, and other. And you don't realize that in just a quick 5-10 minute window, you have lost twice what you originally did, broke all your rules, broke everything, that if you reanalyzed what the trades you were going in, you'd be like, what the hell am I thinking? What am I doing? So yeah, revenge trading is a massive, massive key to, I wish I understood before I started trading. And fear of missing out. That's something that even now I still, I'm not gonna say I struggle with, but there's times where I used to love trading the news. There was like NFP. I don't know, a lot of people want to understand this terminology, but like NFP, FOMC, these are like major fundamental news events where it would drive price like crazy, and you'd be gambling, but you could make a lot of money or you could lose a lot of money. And so with that, I thought I had to trade all the time. I had to trade every single fundamental news. And then when I didn't, I was like, oh, I got to get in this trade, or take all that away, and I'm just going about my normal life. You know, I had children, I had a family, I had a wife at that time, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be spending time with them. I wonder what the market's doing. I wonder what gold's doing. I wonder if there's a buy getting set up there that I could jump in. And before I would even analyze the market, just that animosity and excitement of me wanting to trade, especially in my early days of trading, it created this massive FOMO of, I got to be on the market 24/7. I got to be trading all the time, and that is the most detrimental thing you can do to your trading, is thinking you got to be trading all the time. You got to be in the markets 24/7, because once you stare at the screen, phone, laptop, whatever you're looking at over a long period of time, your brain's going to tell you things that you think you see, that it is completely different inside the chart. So you got to be careful with that FOMO. Number 4, I wish I had ignored social media. Oh my God. I'm going to say this on every single one of my things because I thought a lot about what I should put in for my top 5 things, but social media is the cancer of anything that you are wanting to do. And I know a lot of people will go against that. They're going to say, oh, well, I use to motivate you or motivate myself. No, it don't. Those little quotes, those little songs, anything you put in play that you think motivates you, it only works for that very small window. And then reality kicks in and you get lazy, or you're like, you break your rules, you go against anything and everything. So you can't use all that nonsense and say that that's what motivates you. This is where discipline comes in. That's where discipline comes in to truly motivate yourself. Um, Social media, every post I seen, all these traders, they only post their wins. They only posted how much they made, how much they withdraw, how much they bought, what this, that, and other. They never posted their losses. So I was like, shit, I'm never going to have losses either. If it's that easy, hell, I can do it too. Stay off social media. When you start trading, you'll see what I'm saying. You can research Forex right now in Instagram, Facebook, whatever social media you want. They're always going to be the loud, flashy, look at me, it's so amazing, you should be trading. Trading is nothing like that at all. It is boring. It is the most difficult thing I have ever applied in my life because the amount of discipline it takes. And yeah, stay off social media. I promise you, it is the most healthiest thing for your trading account. And number 5, the most important thing, this is for me, this is my personal thing. Now, you can apply this to anything and everything for yourself. But for me, I wish I hadn't told everyone that I was trading. And what I mean by that is the pressure, the expectations, the questions, family, friends, coworkers. The number one thing that was, oh, how's your trading going? Are you still doing that trading? Did you make any money yet? Are you a millionaire? Where's your Lamborghini? Are you buying a helicopter? So it's always the ones closest to you that bring you down the fastest. And I learned that the hard way. I learned that through isolating myself and not posting all the time what I'm doing, what I'm focused on. It gave me the ability to laser focus and build up those things that I needed to be as a trader. I needed to learn discipline. I needed to experience what it felt like to have a loss and not be telling anybody, because the worst thing is when I'm trying to explain to somebody about trading and I'm having losses, and so they want to see my trades and I'm trying to tell them, oh, well, you have to experience it, your wins and losses, and then they bash you like crazy. And sometimes in a motivating way for that they think they're like, oh, it's okay, you're gonna do better, you'll get better at it, and then you're like, shut the up. Like, I just lost a lot of money. I want to do good now. I want to be a millionaire right now. So you got to be careful on who you and it's with your dreams, anything. You got to be careful on who you express what you're trying to do to, because the fastest way to go downhill with that is to tell other people your goals. Tell the people what you're doing. Tell the people that you're trying to better yourself, because nobody wants to see someone else doing better than them. And that's with anything, through money, health. I when I started running, everybody was like, "Oh, what are you trying to do? Lose weight?" I'm healthy now. I just want to run because I want my heart to be healthy, and because it shuts my brain up. That's why. Why do you got to have an excuse for everything? So again, be careful with who you tell. Stay silent. Become consistent and be profitable first before you just start posting. And because this is the number thing, going back to social media, this is how people with trading, because it's such an easy niche to get in, they they have 3 or 4 successful trades, or they're in a prop firm and they got like one withdrawal of like $200, and the next thing you know, they're selling signals, they're selling course, they're creating YouTube videos and all that nonsense. And this is in 2026. Like, I have watched this grow from a baby where social media was realistically non-existent to now millions of traders. There's millions of influencers. There's millions of videos of everybody doing the same thing over and over and over again, and none of them are profitable. So, yeah, stay silent, stay disciplined, experience every end of it before you start telling everybody about it. So yeah, there's my top 5 things. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm building this YouTube channel up. I'd like to start building in a series. I'm not trying to build flashy. I'm in my bonus room. I'm not trying to show you all this cool office and all this stuff. I barely even use my computer. So the videos will get better, I promise. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to giving you guys a lot more content.